It's Lisa here, and I want to talk a little bit about power. Some folks I've talked to have said that they feel incredibly powerless in the world right now. That whether, it doesn't even have to be politics and pandemic that's making them feel powerless, but it can be anything around them, whether it's their home life, their job, their financial situation, their health. Pick your issue, relationships, whatever. Pick your issue, and they feel a sense of stuckness or powerlessness. And all I want to share today is that you are powerful way beyond your own recognition. You are powerful way beyond what you currently remember. That's one of the things that I do in the Warrior of Light basic training program is specifically work to help people remember their inner power. Some of us have a negative connotation about power. It seemed like, people in power have power over other people, or like we may feel squished or suffocated or whatever over the power that others are, trying to exert over us. But what if we flip that around? What if we flip around the entire idea of power, and instead of seeing it like that, see it as our own innate power, our own inner power, just waiting to bubble up and be a benevolent force, not only in our life, but in our world. That's the kind of power that we need to bring more of onto this planet. We see plenty of misuse and abuse of power all around us. We see it every single day all around us. And that can get discouraging and disheartening and cause us to be really frustrated. And when we're standing in a place of powerlessness, we often react by yelling louder, criticizing more, doing things that actually feed the division and the frustration rather than heal it. Feed it rather than fix it. There's another way to think about that. When we start focusing on our own inner power and recognizing that when we do the work to harness our inner power for good, to harness our inner power in a way that is driven and fueled by our heart and by our connection with our soul, rather than our connection with the ego, that's the abusive power that we see out there, that is when we actually have an opportunity to change the world. When we can exercise our voice and our passion and our desire to make a difference, wrap it in our own innate inner power that is benevolently guided. That's how we bring more light onto this planet. That's how we make a positive difference. That's how we start creating and shaping a future where power can be positive instead of power having this negative connotation. If you're feeling powerless at all in your life, if you are feeling stuck, if you feel like the circumstances all around you are weighing you down, like you don't have a choice in situations, like you're sinking in quicksand and you don't know how to get out of it, let's talk. Because that's exactly what the Warrior of Light basic training helps to shift for people. What we do, this group that's in right now, it's been amazing to watch their growth and their success, because what we do is really work to help people tap into their own inner power, to recognize their own soul gifts, because we all have them. Every single one of us comes into this life with soul gifts that when we remember what they are and tap into those to let them drive how we're behaving, how we're acting, how we're showing up in the world, and for what, what we want to do with that, my God, it's a game changer. It is a total game changer. They also tap in a bigger way to their connection with spirit. So understanding how spirit communicates with them, how they can communicate with spirit, and to make that a constant part of their daily life rather than something they think about once a week or, on special occasions or something like that. We also learn how to harness and really amplify all of this light, all of this powerful energy around us to actually raise our own energy, make it stronger, make it more powerful, make it brighter within our own bodies, learning how to share that with the world, but also learning how to shield against all the darkness out there. Because trust me, it's no good walking through life with rose-colored glasses thinking that dark stuff doesn't exist. Because the truth is it does. And it always will. And we have the opportunity and we have the power to make sure it doesn't get the upper hand in our life. We have the power to disarm it. And when we learn that, we know that we are never powerless. We are never powerless. In fact, our own inner power will blow our freaking minds if we let it. That's what I teach people how to do. That's what I would love to talk with you about, because I truly in my heart believe that's what the world needs right now, is more people understanding and working from a place of their own innate divine benevolent power, bringing that out into the world, changing the world in that way for the better. Because I think we all know continuing on the path of life as we know it right now kind of sucks. We see it around us. We see people trying to exert and abuse power over others everywhere. And it doesn't have to be that way. But the change has to start inside. So when we do the inner work, we get to have and see the external effects of that. We get to be the change and then see the change outside of us. That's what I help people do. So I'm inviting you. We've got a new group of Warrior of Light basic training that actually kicks off on Monday. It's incredibly affordable. It's actually a hell of a lot of fun. We laugh, we have a good time, but there's a lot of deep, meaningful work that happens as well. If you're interested, click the link, or I'll put a link in the bottom. You can set up a call and we can talk about it too. I would love the chance to chat with you. Either way, just know your power is real, and it is actually way more effective coming from a place of love, coming from a place of light, than any of this dark, ego-driven, crazy power that we see trying to be exerted over us out in the world. You can rise up above all of that, and you can help change the dynamic, and the world needs you to. So I hope you'll step into your power, because it truly, truly matters. I'll see you next time.